Hey, welcome back to another episode of my horrible addiction. So this video is going to be, I got one small Facebook marketplace haul. I got a mail call from a good friend of the show and a YouTuber most of y'all know. And then the last bit here is an estate sale auction. And this is only part of it. So it might be a little bit of a lengthy video. Bought these boxes kind of blind. You see one picture online and you bid on it, and then you go out there and you pick it up and you hope you got something good. So I got some bigger stuff this time, which are all going to be future projects here on the channel. Some of them I'm going to jump on pretty quick because I'm running out of room in my shop. So let's just jump right into it. All right, for the estate sale auction, we're going to go through it first because it's the biggest stuff. I will tell you, at this estate sale, I spent $375. That's, I think, the most I've ever spent at an estate sale auction. But I think when you see everything I got and the value of it, hopefully you'll agree that I got a pretty good deal. And then I'll go through each lot individually. So this first lot here, 172, I paid $20 for this box. And this is exactly how it looked on the online pictures. So you just kind of have to look at it and say, is the value there? So the first thing is a Craftsman hand plane. It's got a little bit of rust on it, but man, the paint's all intact. This one's going to be an easy cleanup, and will go in my Craftsman hand plane collection. The next thing I got is a Craftsman flex head 3/8 ratchet. It works. Needs a little bit of servicing. It's kind of dry, but it is the flex head, and it's all good and stiff. And it's a VVN series, which I'm not that familiar with the VVN. It's a later model. I'm guessing maybe 90s, 80s, 90s. So that's probably worth 10 bucks there. This looks like a little Craftsman 1/4 inch socket set, but it's full of junk. It's okay. This looks like an upholstery stretcher. I don't know anything about it. I'll never use it. That'll go in the resale pile. Got a file. Nicholson, that's nice. Torx driver. Don't know the brand. Looks like, what is that, KD maybe? Oh, got a Mac wrench. 3/4 by 5/8. It's the Mac Sabina. That's not bad. The wood handle screwdriver. Can't see a brand on it. Not sure what these are. Osborne and Company. If you know what these are, maybe put a timestamp and leave a note in the comments. Got a plug socket here, no name. 3/4 inch Craftsman V double line. So that's cool. 3/4 inch, that's not a plug socket. This one's a plug socket. This is just a 3/4 deep one. I may need that. And I got a double V Craftsman line wrench here. 1/2 and 9/16. Got an oil filter wrench. Screwdriver with the mange, that's going right in the garbage. A couple more spiders, lots of spiders in this one. And the rest is just a tray full of Allen wrenches. I have literally thousands of Allen wrenches. So, first lot, definitely think I got my money back on it. Okay, this next box here, lot 182. I paid $15 for this box. So let's see if I got a value out of it. I'm not going to go through every piece in here. I'll show you a couple, then I'm going to spread it out and we'll go through it in lots. But this first item, I have no idea what it is. It says NBMCO, and it's got a patent number on it, so I looked it up, and it's called a torque release wrench. Okay, not bad value. Start over here. I got 6 pair of vice grips, all the welding style clamps. Those will get resold. I don't weld, don't have a welder at this time, but I've got tons of these things. Got a Williams wrench, no name wrench. This is that torque release wrench. No name, long curved in needle nose pliers, a carpet knife, pair of Klein side cutters. This was a Mac torque spit. An old X-Acto knife handle, which is kind of cool. I might keep that and clean that up. This tool here is an Apex tool. Some sort of swivel socket. Couple adjustable wrenches, Crescent and no name. Just a flexible Torx or hex head driver, no name on that. This 3/8 really long extension. It was 18, well, it measures 19 inches. That's New Britain. Got some kind of no-name sockets here, or couldn't read them. 3 little scraper tools, chrome vanadium wrench. This is Wizard. This socket right here, I thought this was rust, but it's pure grease, which is kind of cool because that protects it from rust. But this is a Owatonna tools. I've got a couple other Owatonnas. I don't know anything about them though. All of these right here are Craftsman double line V sockets or adapters, some Torx and a SK. Got a little Craftsman double V, double open-ended wrench, Craftsman punch. This is a V series little 1/4 inch ratchet that is stuck. So clean that one up. And this appears to be another 18, 19 inch, but this is a 1/2 inch drive, and this is a double line V. And then here's the 1/2 inch flex head ratchet. Again, it's a VVG series, but it's all pretty good working order. It's got the release on it, so that'll go with the 3/8 I found in the other box. And then this is just another 3/8 ratchet. This is a V series, so probably 1970s, late 70s, somewhere in there. So for 15 bucks, man, I'd have paid $15 for those 3 items. All right, this next lot, I paid $10 for it. I don't know why I bought it. I'm not into electrician. I'm not an electrician. Don't do a lot of wiring. I just thought it was cool. So it's a portable wiring kit. The wire would be on here, and you could pull off. And there's a drawer that is currently stuck. Yeah, I'd figure out how to get that open, but I just thought this would be a cool project to clean up. This is bent, so it doesn't allow this to spin very good. So anyway, keep an eye on the channel for seeing this one in the near future. All right, this lot, it's a box full of stuff. I paid $5 for it. So on this one, I'm just looking for something in here worth $5. All right, this one may be about a break even. So a lot of this stuff, I have no idea what it is. I'm sure somebody does. It's going to go back in the box, and it'll go at a yard sale at some point this fall. A little impact wrench. I have no idea if it works. That'll get resold. This whole battery tester. Kind of cool. Got a Sears Craftsman doweling jig. In an antique shop or at a flea market, that'd probably be $5. So maybe I got my money back on that. Got a New Britain half moon wrench. Got 2 Stanley corner braces. I've got tons of these. I don't need any more. A die handle. I didn't see. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a Craftsman. I'll keep that. Got a little Bonnie wrench. 3 more Craftsman double line V. That's not a grease gun. It says Fram something siphon. I got a no-name 3/8 spinner, and then this one is a Craftsman spinner. So this is maybe worth the $5 just right there. I don't know. All right, the next lot. This is another $5 box. All I could see online, they had this setting off to the side, and it was advertised as metal tool cases. So we'll see what's in here when I pick this up. When I bought it, I thought they were empty, and I thought $5 for these cases, that's a deal. But when I picked it up, I could tell there was some weight to it. So there's tools in here. But the first thing is this Bluebird kit. Maybe some sort of battery servicing kit, because that looks like a terminal cleaner. Is that any good? I don't know. All right, let's get into these. Okay, the first one's this little green box here. And it's Buffalo, missing one socket. Got another little bitty one here. This is another Buffalo, 1/4 inch deep socket, but it's complete. Western Auto. Wow, look at this. Here's a complete Western Auto kit. I'm not sure if all these are correct. I'll check them out later, but it's kind of cool. Oh, we have a Kmart kit. Missing quite a few pieces. I don't collect Kmart, but I know some guys that do. Royal Tools, made in Japan. And then I've got another battery terminal cleaner here. And a box of electrical terminal connectors. That's it. I don't know, was it worth $5? Maybe. All right, this one is another $15 box. And again, the way you see it here is the way that all I could see online. So let's see what all's in here. All right, not too bad for 15 bucks. Starting over here again, these are all either no name or these are all damaged. These are import, no name on that. So over here I've got a partial number set. I don't need that. I've got plenty of those. A nice Dunlop wrench, a couple Mac wrenches, some Barco Buffaloes. This just says SW on it. Okay, this is a brand called True Test. These were, oh, that's Buffalo, Barco, New Britain on that. This is Sparta, SK. This is a snap-on 3/8 flexible, probably about 8 inches long, maybe 6. Flexible extension. That alone right there may be worth the money I paid for the whole lot. Got 2 Proto gear type wrenches. This is a Westcraft extension, a Crescent extension. I've never seen one of those. And the rest of all that, well, that's PNC, but that's damaged, so it's going to go in that pile. These are Craftsman gear wrenches. And then all this up here is either Craftsman double line V or single line V, so not a bad deal. Okay, this is my last mix box. Paid $5 for this. Let's see what's in here. This says Baco, made in Sweden. I have no idea what it is. And it's all written in German or something. Something to do with the torque. I guess it's a torque wrench. You put your ratchet in there or something. I really don't know. I got a flaring wrench. Or a flaring tool, I should say. I don't see a brand on it anywhere. And then some, what do you call these, micrometers. This is made by Brown and Sharp Manufacturing Company, Providence, Rhode Island, USA. This is Central Tool Company, Cranston, Rhode Island. And this one is another Central, larger size. And then this one I had never seen, and this was sitting on top of the box. But I've never seen one with 2 of these on there. And this says J.T. Slocum Company, Providence, Rhode Island. I'm sure there's some value to these. These will probably get put on eBay. And then a little no-name tubing cutter. So for $5, I probably did okay. All right, this is the last of the small items. And honestly, this is the one item that I really wanted to get. It was what drew me to the auction. And I paid more for this than I think I have for anything ever at one of these tool auctions. Let me zoom this out a little bit. So I paid $180 for this. I would love to know from you guys if you think I got a good deal. I did look this up on eBay, and I've looked at this a little bit for research. But I think I got a good deal. It's a Craftsman, crown logo style. And they advertise this as a 1/2 inch ratchet set. But when I saw these these latches on there, I thought there's no way this is 1/2 inch. So what I got is what I believe is a 100% complete 3/4 inch Craftsman ratchet set. Now it's not V double line, it's V single line series. So there's the ratchet handle. But I believe this is complete. So I printed out a catalog page from the 72, 73 tool catalog, and it's supposed to have 13 sockets. There's 14 in here, so I've got one that's a duplication. Oh, it's this one. This is a Bonicon. So the rest of these are all Craftsman, all the same series. The V single line. And it's got the 2 extensions like it's supposed to. It's got the 3/4 inch breaker bar that it's supposed to. And of course the ratchet handle. It works. It doesn't look like it's had that much use. And I was stoked to get this thing. So you'll see this pretty soon on a video where I'm just going to clean it up. I'm not going to repaint or do anything. But yeah, I think this thing is probably worth at least double what I paid for it. So anyway, I was really happy to get this and just wanted to share it with y'all. Okay, now we're getting into a little bit bigger stuff. And this thing blew me away. Let me see what I paid for this. All right, I paid $15 for this. And you may look at it and say, you're crazy to pay $15 for that rusty old paint chipping off toolbox. It's not a toolbox. And when I saw the online picture, this is what it looked like. And I saw this and I said, that's got to be Blackhawk. So sure enough, when I got there, this is a Blackhawk Porta Power unit. So it's a hydraulic portable unit, and I don't know if it's complete. I haven't done the research on it yet. I'll pull the unit out here, and you can see the Blackhawk name there. So I was pretty excited to get this. I don't have any idea what it's worth, but it's going to make a hell of a project. I can tell you that. This is nothing that I would ever use, but I'm excited about it. I don't. All right, this next lot was a bit of a mistake. So this was one lot off from one of the other ones I was bidding on, and I was using this. I was doing this on my phone, watching TV. I don't remember what I was watching, but something happened. I looked up and I clicked bid, and I bid on the wrong lot. But that's okay. So what these are, and I've cleaned this one up just to see what it would look like. These are like trim rings or beauty rings, I think for a Chevrolet, maybe somewhere in the 50s or 60s. I actually looked these up on eBay to see if I could sell them and get some of my money back, and I should be able to actually make a few dollars. A couple of them are missing one of the tabs here, but you can see they clean up pretty nice. So if I get these sold before I put this video out, which should be 2 or 3 weeks from when I'm actually filming it, I'll let you know how I did. You got to pay attention. All right, I do have a few more things to show you from the estate sale auction, but before I do that, I want to show you a couple other things. So I saw this advertised on Facebook Marketplace the other day. So I messaged a guy and told him I was interested in it, wanted to come out and look at it. And I got out there, and this is a proto, I think it's a 544914. I can get that to focus. But it's a spud style ratchet, for lining up bolt holes. So really cool. And the guy had this, and when I got there, I said, well, do you have any other tools? And he said, well, yeah, I've got this proto box that goes with the ratchet. And I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. Then we opened it up. And I think it's an almost complete set. It doesn't have a breaker bar, but all these sockets in here are all Proto Professional. They're all in really good shape. Here's the 5449 regular head ratchet. Got a little extension, a universal joint, and then just an assortment of sockets. And I said, well, do you have any other vintage tools? He said, no, but I got another box. So he brought out this old Craftsman box, which this is the 50s era. And I think what this is a box for what would have been a Craftsman rotary tool. And I think these were the holes to put all your little bits in. No tool with it or anything. But basically, I think I paid $10 for this. He wanted $30 for this, which isn't horrible, but when I got it all done, negotiating down, I think I paid $20 for this, $10 for this, basically $1 for each socket, and then $10 for the box. So I thought it was a pretty good deal. All right, I think this is the last small item, and this is a mail call from our friend Rollerball. So Mr. Bill sent me a little care package the other day and had a nice note in it. Of course, got the stickers for the fridge, which is cool. And then here's what he sent me. So this is a wood handle screwdriver. I can't find a name on there. It may be under some of this rust, but I haven't seen it. But that should make a nice cleanup. Handle's okay. He sent another screwdriver here that's in nice condition. Again, I don't see a name on it. This one got a little damage there, but I mean, it can be cleaned up pretty easy. And then this, which is, I guess, an ice pick, which has this cool cap on the end of it. And it's straight, and I love this old paint. I'm not going to do anything to this other than keep it. That paint's cool on there. Reminds me of the 1950s or something. And then I got a pair of side cutters here, I believe, or maybe crimpers and side cutters. It just says for T&B Staycon lug. A22, so I guess it's some sort of wire stripper here. Made in USA. These are cool. And then a nice S-wing hammer. Is this like a roofing hammer? I'm not sure. I'm not a big hammer guy, but the waffling on the face is still in pretty good shape. And this one should clean up real well. And then I got a Barlow Buffalo wrench. But the coolest thing he sent me, and if y'all watch his channel, you probably saw this a couple weeks ago. He passed this on to me. And this is a set of Sheffield wood handle screwdrivers. I believe they're walnut, in a display case. And Bill talked about it on his channel. He had found it at an estate sale and picked it up. But he indicated he didn't have room for the display. He was going to pass it on to somebody. I had no idea that was going to be me. He had to glue some of these strips back in, but these things are never been used. They're incredibly nice. They're very heavy. They got good balance to them. And I just love these things. They're cool. I'm not going to use them. These are going to stay in the display case and just be there to show off. Bill, I can't thank you enough. This was a wonderful gift. You're a kind gentleman. All right, this next item I thought was really cool. See if anybody can recognize what this thing is. Okay, so what this is a Fleet. So this says Fleet here. And down here, you can barely make it out, but it says Napa. So what this is a pretty old hydraulic, I call it a bumper jack. The auction people, they advertise this as a wood-handled pallet jack. I don't know how old it is. I'm guessing 40s or 50s. The other cool thing is it's got the U.S. Steel stamp right here. I saw this and I was like, I gotta have that thing. These slide out for adjustments to get underneath bigger vehicles. There's not a lot of information online about them, so if anybody out there knows anything about these or knows where to get information, please drop it in the comments. I will do a restoration on this. I don't know if I'm gonna try and preserve what's here. It just depends. I think it's completely covered in grease, so I'm hoping everything's in good shape underneath it. But check this out, it works. And it works good. I've cranked it all the way up. I haven't put weight on it yet. I will before my restoration video. And it's got these little ears right here that go in. and there's holes in these steel pieces here that these will lock into place. So once you get your vehicle up, you can lock it in. And then this right here just drops it down. Anyway, I thought it was super cool, and it was $10. All right, the next lot I won is this drill press. So this is a Craftsman 150, and the model number starts with 103 dot, XXX, which indicates this was made prior to 1965. It was made by the King Sealy Corporation. If you follow my channel, you may have seen where I restored one of these. I think it was either earlier this year or late last year. I will restore this one as well. Not sure what I'm going to do with it because I already have 2 drill presses. I really don't need 3. But it's a fun restoration. It's fairly simple. I got some concerns about the motor wiring. I have not tested it yet. But let me know in the comments if you want to see this one restored. But it's really cool. And if you're really into drill presses, there's a guy, Jeff Shop, on YouTube, who he's done a ton of these. He's like the expert on it. So anyway, I paid $40 for it, which I thought was a steal. I got one more lot to show you. All right, this one won't even fit in the shop yet. Okay, so what this is an old water pump. You can see that it's in really good shape. The tires are awesome. No, I'm kidding. These things, these are terrible. And thank you again to my friend Chris, who drug this thing up out of basically a field to help me get this and load it. It's really heavy. The motor does turn. It even sounds like it won't start, but I got to go through this whole thing. I'm going to make sure I can get the motor running, make sure the water pump's okay before I even think about doing restorations on it. But $15, I thought it was pretty cool. Motor alone, if it runs, is worth that. It was worth taking a chance on. But this is the end. I will call this an epic estate sale haul for me. I got more stuff than I need, more stuff than I deserve, and really just don't know what to do with it. So I'm staying off those sites for a while. I got to get some of these projects caught up. So drop in the comments what you think I should jump on first. I think I want to do the Craftsman 3/4 ratchet set first because it's cool. It doesn't need a whole lot, and it's just going to be a cleanup. So that was one of my favorites, and the screwdriver set from Mr. Bill over at Rollerball definitely was very cool to get. So thanks again for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Come back soon and watch what I restore next.